Good morning, students. This is Junita Mukherjee once again in SS Public School telling about the system of particles and rotational motion chapter. In this chapter, we will learn now moment of inertia. So let us try to get an expression for the kinetic energy of a rotational body. We know that for a body rotating about a fixed axis, each particle of the body moves in a circle with a linear velocity given by the value v I equal to omega r I. As in the previous equation, we know about this thing. Okay. For a particle of at a distance from the axis, the linear velocity vi is equals to r I omega. The kinetic and motion of the particle is ki is equals to 1 by 2 mi vi square is equals to 1 by 2 mi ri square omega square, where mi is the mass of the particle and the total kinetic energy k of the body is then given by the sum of the kinetic energies of the individual particles. That is summation. We need to take the summation of mi ri square omega square. So 1 by 2 is taken outside. So k is equals to sigma I equal to 1 to n ki will be equal to 1 by 2 sigma I equal to 1 to n mi ri square omega square. Here n is the number of the particles in the body and omega is the small same for all the particles, where the omega will be taken out of the summation. So k equal to 1 by 2 omega square summation I equal to 1 to n mi ri square. Okay. So we define a new parameter characterizing the rigid body called the moment of inertia I, given by I equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n mi ri square. First equation. With this definition, k is equals to 1 by 2 I omega square is equal to 2. Second equation. Note that the parameter I is independent of the magnitude of the angular velocity. It is a characteristic of a rigid body and the axis about which it rotates. Now compare equation number 2 for the kinetic energy of a rotating body with the expression for the kinetic energy of a body in the linear motion, translational motion, that is k equal to 1 by 2 mv square. We know this particular value. Okay. So where m is the mass of the particle here and v is the velocity of the particle here, we have already noted analog between the angular velocity omega and the linear velocity v respective to the moment of inertia I, and desired rotating analog of mass in a linear body in rotation about a fixed axis, and the moment of inertia plays a similar role as the mass does in linear equation. Now by applying the definition of equation number I equal to mi ri sigma I equal to 1 to n mi ri square, we have considered two simple cases. Consider this thin ring of radius r and mass m rotating it one plane around its center with the angular velocity omega. Each mass element, the ring is at the distance r from the r and moves with a speed r omega. The kinetic energy is given by k equal to 1 by 2 mv square, where will be mv square will be equal to m r square omega square. Okay. So we are taking v square is equals to r square omega square. So comparing equation number k equal to 1 by 2 I omega square, we will get I mr square for the ring. Next, take a rigid body rod of a negligible mass of length of L with a pair of small masses rotating about a fixed axis, about an axis and the center of mass perpendicular to the rod. So each mass m by 2 is the distance L by 2 from the axis. So moment of inertia of the mass will be given by m by 2 L by 2 square plus m by 2 L by 2 the whole square. Thus the pair of the masses rotating about the axis through the center of mass perpendicular to the rod. Therefore I will be equal to ml square upon 4. So this particular thing, radius of gyration is being given to you. What is the radius of gyration here? Radius of gyration is the value k equal to L square upon L, where k is equals to L upon root over of 12. Similarly, k is equals to r by 2 is a circular disc about its diameter. Therefore, the length k is a geometrical property of the body and its axis of rotation. It is called the radius of gyration, and radius of the gyration of a body about an axis may be defined as the distance from the axis of a point mass point which mass of equal to the mass of the whole body and whose moment of inertia is equal to the moment of inertia of the body about the axis. So please read this left out portion which I have left for you. radius of gyration. What is radius of gyration here called, which I have already told you. This particular continuation you have to do it by your own. Okay. Now theorem of perpendicular and parallel axis, we will just continue with this particular topic in the next session. Till then, thank you students.